Once upon a time, in a bright and beautiful kingdom far, far away, there lived a sweet and gentle princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, hair as dark as midnight, and a heart as kind as sunshine. Every person and every creature in the kingdom loved her. But inside the royal castle lived someone who did not love Snow White, the Queen, Snow White's stepmother. The Queen was beautiful, but also jealous, selfish, and very, very proud of her looks. Every morning, the Queen would stand before her magical mirror and proudly ask,
"Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?"
You, my queen, are beautiful, but Snow White is the fairest of them all.
The Queen's eyes widened with jealousy. Her face turned red with anger.
Snow White? No, this cannot be. I must always be the most beautiful.
From that moment, she planned to get rid of Snow White forever. The Queen called one of her royal hunters.
Take Snow White deep into the forest and make sure she never comes back.
The hunter bowed, but he had a kind heart. When he brought Snow White into the deep forest, he stopped.
Princess, the Queen wants to harm you. Please run. Run far away and never return to the castle.
Snow White gasped with fear, but she trusted the hunter's kindness. She ran deeper and deeper into the forest. The trees were tall and dark. Strange sounds echoed everywhere. Snow White sat under a tree and cried softly. And then, something magical happened. Little forest animals gathered around her. Rabbits, deer, birds and squirrels.
Don't be afraid. I'm all alone. Will you be my friends?
The animals nodded, chirped, and hopped around happily. Together they guided Snow White through the forest. Soon Snow White saw a little wooden cottage hidden between the trees.
Oh, who lives here? It looks so tiny.
She knocked. Tap, tap, tap. But no one answered. Inside everything was small. Tiny chairs, tiny cups, tiny plates. And upstairs, 7 little beds.
Maybe this house belongs to 7 children.
The cottage was messy and dusty, so Snow White cleaned it from top to bottom.
We'll have this little cottage clean soon.
After that, she felt tired and fell asleep across 3 tiny beds. That evening, the 7 dwarfs, Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy and Dopey, returned home from working in the mine.
Hey! Did someone clean our house?
Someone must be here.
They tiptoed upstairs and saw Snow White sleeping.
She's so pretty.
Oh,
When Snow White woke up, she gasped in surprise. But the dwarf smiled warmly. She told them everything. The Queen's jealousy, the hunter's kindness, and her escape.
you can stay with us, Snow White. We will protect you.
Snow White felt safe for the first time that day. Back at the castle, the Queen visited her mirror again.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Snow White, who lives with the Seven Dwarfs, is still the fairest of them all.
The Queen screamed with rage.
Snow White is alive? Impossible! I will end this myself.
Using dark magic, the Queen disguised herself as an old woman. She took a shiny red apple and filled it with a powerful sleeping curse. Then she travelled deep into the forest, straight to the dwarf's cottage. Snow White was alone, humming while she cleaned.
Hello, dearie. I brought fresh apples. Would you like one?
Oh no, thank you. The dwarfs told me not to talk to strangers.
Oh, but my child, just one bite.
It's a magic wishing apple. Make one wish, and it will come true.
Snow White hesitated. A wishing apple? She gently took a bite. Suddenly, thump! Snow White fell to the floor. The Queen smirked.
Now no one will ever call her the fairest of them all.
She hurried away. When the dwarfs came home, they found Snow White lying still and silent.
Oh no! Snow White!
Doc checked her and whispered,
She's not gone, but she's under a spell.
The dwarfs were heartbroken. They built a beautiful glass coffin filled with flowers, so Snow White could rest peacefully and stay as lovely as ever. Day after day they stayed by her side, wishing she would wake up. One sunny morning, a prince was riding his horse through the forest. He saw the glass coffin glowing in the sunlight and stopped. Inside, he saw Snow White, the girl he had heard stories about. Her gentle beauty touched his heart.
She looks like she is only sleeping.
As he reached out to touch her hand, a soft magic spread across Snow White. The spell broke. Her eyes slowly opened.
Where am I?
The dwarfs danced with joy.
She's back! Snow White is back!
The prince smiled.
Snow White, I am honored to meet you. Would you come with me to the castle?
I promise you safety, kindness, and a life full of happiness.
Snow White looked at her dwarf friends with love.
I will miss you all, but I know you'll always be my friends. Oh,
She hugged each
I've
dwarf
missed you
tightly.
all so much.
Dopey held on to her the longest. The prince gently helped Snow White onto his horse. Together they rode toward the golden castle, where bells rang and flowers showered from windows. Snow White finally had the peaceful, loving life she deserved. As for the Seven Dwarfs, they returned to their mine, still singing, still laughing, and always protecting the forest. And from that day on, Snow White lived happily ever after. And so did the 7 kind dwarfs,